Moving on to the next part of cell biology, that is cell motility. Here in this video, we will be learning about flagella. So, we'll study the detailed structure of this flagella. Here you can see that in the background image, the protruding end, which is called as a flagella, this is protruding from the cell wall of the bacteria. The single form of flagella is called as flagellum, and it has a long, thin, slender whip-like structure that is protruding from the cell wall of the bacterial cell. So there is a structural difference between the flagella that is present in prokaryotic as well as the eukaryotic flagella. Because of this type of structure, it does a wave-like movement. They are present very few per cell. If it is one cell, the more is like Laphotrachus. You can see the more means Laphotrachus. The flagella, more amount of flagella are present here. So this is a monotrichus. As you can see, only a single flagella is present, and this is a Laphotrichus. This is a peritrichus, where you can see the flagella appearing around the cell wall in a different position. And here you can see amphitrichus, means in both the sides of the cell there is one flagellum. Let's study about the flagella present in an prokaryotic cell and how do they move. Some of them move like they do swimming, and some of them do swarming, and some of them do slide like moving just forward. They do depending upon the presence of the flagellum, whether it contains more flagella or whether it contains a single flagellum. So this is the structure where they actually spin around and form a propeller like motion. I think you can see here they're doing a spinning around to form a propeller like motion. Here is another example of a flagella in eukaryotes, that is a structure of euglena. Here you can see a flagellum, but they do move like a whip back and forth. They are made up of microtubules. See, here you can see that they are moving like this whipping movement. Here you can see that they are doing a whipping movement. This is an example of eukaryotic flagella. Here we can study a detailed structure of cilia as well as the flagella. They share a similar structure. You can see a structure here and a ring-like structure where they contain a microtubules. The microtubules, these are the microtubules. This is a central microtubule, the sky blue one, which are always appearing in pairs. So these are surrounded by a cream color layer which is called as a plasma membrane, which are embedded in that. These microtubules are embedded inside the plasma membrane, and the basal body also contains the microtubules. Because they are present in pairs, they move back and forth, and that creates the movement of cilia or the flagella. This is responsible because they move front and back. That is why they have the movement. This is a structure of flagella and cilia. So coming on to the differences between the flagella as well as the cilia, here is the definition. Flagella are long, slender, thread-like appendages that are protruding from the cell body. As we saw the bacterial cell, the background image, the same thing here. The cilia are shorter, hair-like appendages extending from the surface of a living cell, as we saw an example of paramecium with thousands, hundreds of cilia around it. So per cell there are present very few. These are present in hundreds. Coming on to the size, these flagella are a long whip-like structure, slender thin-like structure, whereas the cilia are short hair-like structure that is smaller in size. Beating, they do beat independently, that is they move independently, but in order for the cilial movement, they have to move in coordination, as I gave an example of a people rowing a boat. Source of energy: flagella obtain their energy from the plasma membrane, and cilia help in the movement of the cells through energy they obtain from a molecule called as kinesin. Kinesin help for the movement of this cell through cilia. And movements: the movement of the flagella looks like the movement of the oar, and the movement of the cilia, it resembles the breaststroke of a swimmer's. Another example which I gave is with the help of a people rowing a boat. So here we complete the chapter called as cell motility. Thank you.